Ishwaraya Namaha.
Ishvara means ruler, governor, the boss. Then Ishvara means, oh Lord, we say. God. And each one has different views of God. What definition did I give last class? Definition of God? And definition of man also. Who is man? God plus selfish desires. God plus selfish desires is equal to you and I. Generally we say first. One husband told me, Swamiji, my wife, the embodiment of selfishness is my wife. And I. And I told very slowly. Because grammatically, if you say, you can't say I first and then somebody else. Isn't it, grammatically? So the embodiment of selfishness is my wife. And I. Very slowly. I did not, I was paying my attention, therefore I could hear it. Isn't it? So God plus selfishness is equal to man. And if this man wants to metamorphose into his own original nature, because even in man, present condition man, there is God. Back to original nature, because God plus selfish desires is man. So even though God is present in us even now, the godly shine cannot manifest. Why? Clouded by the selfishness. Did you see the sun today? You could not see sun? Why? Oh, cloud, Swamiji. The sun was hidden by the clouds. How did you see the clouds? Oh, Swamiji, I just put a flashlight. I have my iPhone flashlight. I put it in. Your iPhone cannot go even 7 inches. If you have a radar, what is that called? No, not radar. Laser beams. How far the laser beams can go? Don't do it in the night time. I am told that the laser beams can affect the pilots who are flying the plane. Because some people are very good in telling stories. They told me, Swamiji, the laser light the pilots, they will see the laser light. Is it true? True? So, are true storytellers. You don't, because one of our members for the Navaratri, he brought the laser beams. Only two laser beams, red and green. And when it is projected on the wall, it's a display of cereal bulbs. Have you seen it? You have not seen it? I have seen. Especially the room is very small. It's the splash of lights is awesome. You can use it for Bhangra and all. The small room, whole light is with. And people, if it is in between, the people when they're dancing, on them also it is projected. It's amazing. But laser light may go, but your flashlight cannot illumine the cloud. Then how did you see the cloud? With what light? The same sunlight illumined the cloud that was veiling the sun. Is it not? And if through the glory of the wind, if the cloud is blown away, blasted into smithereens, then what happens? The sun who was revealing even the clouds appears to manifest. So too, the godly sun, the light of consciousness, is there illuminating even our selfishness, the selfish desires. So God plus selfish desires is man. Man minus selfishness is God. So only our job is to erase the selfish desires. How to erase the selfish desires? All the scriptural practices are meant for this. At the physical level, puja. At the mind level, japa. At the intellect level is the main thing. We never go there. We never not go there. We never use it. It is there. We never use it. So swadhyaya. First is Shravana. Shravana means listening. Listening to So Sunday at least you do it. Isn't it? But cross ventilation is there. So you hear from here and go. So Shravana. Then Swadhyaya. You have to study on your own. Self-study. Swa-adhyayanam. Self-study. Then Manana. Reflection. Then Nididhyasana. Trying to abide. Trying to get established in that knowledge. Through these techniques, we get to blow the selfish desires. Moment you are conscious of your selfish desires, try to erase it. Try to delete it. But Swamiji, what if I am not conscious of my selfish desire? What to do? Then it is not your worry at all. If you are not conscious of your selfish desires, it is the prarabdha of the others who are around you to suffer. No, I am telling the truth. It may appear like a joke. If I am not conscious of my selfishness, then what? I have taken this body to exhaust that selfishness. So I will not be conscious of it. Because it has to flush out. And the people around me are the people who are the receivers of that product of selfishness. But if I'm conscious of it, then try your level best to delete it. But Swamiji, what if I'm conscious of it afterwards? Then go back to the person on whom you threw up the selfishness and tell, I'm very sorry, I threw up on you. That person, when did you throw up? Thank God you don't remember. But I know that I threw up. Can I do something? What? Can I exchange the selfishness I threw up on you? Can I exchange with selfless, dedicated service to you? And that person says, no, please don't. Then don't worry. Use that selfless desire for somebody else. Isn't it? So that way, so moment I'm conscious of my selfish desire, if I can delete, that itself is a glorious spiritual practice. So man minus selfish desires is God indeed. So don't suppress your selfish desires. Oh, Swamiji, then should I express my selfish desires? No. Then what should I do, Swami? You don't say don't suppress and don't express. What should I do? Don't swallow and don't throw up. What should I do then? Huh? See, they all say, be Nilakantha. Nilakantha Mahadev. Keep it in the throat. Meaning what? not to affect your head or your heart or spit it out on others. Keep it on your neck means what? It's called sublimate. What do you mean sublimate? Very nice word to hear, Swami. Sublimate. What it is? Sublimate. With an example, it's more easy. Suppress means not to use, not to do. Sublimate means wisely do. Manage it. Steam is a great energy. But if you manage it, you can become what? What is it? Who invented steam engine? Who invented steam engine? And the teacher asked the student, who invented steam engine? What? You're right. So like that you can say. I asked, who invented steam engine? What? You're right. So you did not understand either way. So it can be a power. So what do you mean by wisely use? Imagine your only son, the two after Mahatapas, you got one son. That's the only tapas you did. Or only daughter you got. And for the 18th birthday, you want to give a car. That too not the cheapest car. What is the cheapest car? In Tamil, cheapest car is Aathu car. Veetukar. Veetukar, Aattukar means, what do you mean Veetukar and Aattukar in Tamil? Husband. Cheapest car. Only Tamil people can know that. Anyway, give the costliest. Isn't it? What is the costliest car? Aathukari. Like Ferrari. See that now how it rhymes. Isn't it? Aathukari or Veetukari means wife. Very expensive car. High maintenance. So you want to give Ferrari to your only son or only daughter on the 18th birthday. And you give it. And imagine your son or daughter, they might do a touchdown jump on you. Football touchdown jump. And Daddy, you are the best. You are the world best dad. Then you give the key. And then he says, look, baby, I'm happy that you're now 18. This is your car. But only thing is, don't take it outside the garage. You clean it, polish it. You can sit in the car and all you can do. Except don't take it out of the garage. That is called suppression. Then what is sublimation? Baby, first take your mom's car and learn defensive driving. Why mom's car? Because I have to use my car. Learn defensive driving. What is defensive driving? Not driving. Defensive driving. Because when you're not driving all alone in a highway, nobody else is there, then you can drive any way you want. You have to drive in rush hour and all those traffic. So you should have no defensive driving. Because you may be driving right, but what if somebody hits you? Swamiji, somebody hit me from the back, it's not my fault. It is not your fault, but what were you doing when he was coming to hit you at the back? Couldn't you see in your rear view mirror that somebody is doing that? No, Swamiji, at the time I was texting. Naturally. So defensive driving means you are so alert and vigilant to escape even others' mistake. That is called defensive driving. So learn defensive drive, how to drive defensively with your feelings and your thoughts. Even if others throw up on you, try to escape that and drive your feelings and thoughts. That is called sublimation. Wisely use. Don't say, don't see, don't hear, don't speak. You are not monkeys. Our Upanishads, they declare. What they declare, Upanishads? Bhadram karnebih shruniyama. Karnebih bhadram shruniyama. Bhadram pashyema akshabih. Bhadram. Bhadram means don't think Telugu Bhadram and Tamil Bhadram. Bhadrama poi vanga. Bhadranga poi randi. In Tamil also they say, Tamil people. Huh? Bhadrama poi vanga. What meaning? Huh? Jagradeha. Bhadram doesn't mean Tamil or Telugu. Bhadram means auspiciousness. Use your ears auspiciously. Use your eyes auspiciously. Meaning, listen to auspiciousness. Sunday you are doing. Isn't it? Only when you come here. Isn't it? See auspiciousness. It's a positive. That's called sublimation. So, remember I told about the 7 wonders? What are the 7 wonders I told for the children, common time? What are the 7 wonders? I thought they understood, but yesterday only, this day before yesterday, I found the children did not understand. So, find out whether your child has understood the 7 wonders or not. First, you should also understand. What are the 7 wonders? The 5 wonders are on your face. Isn't it? On your head, the 5. What are the 5? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin all over. And inside the head, mind, intellect. All on the head only. Isn't it? The 7 wonders. So using the 7 wonders wisely, auspiciously, is sublimation. Using it. Managing it. Not damaging. So that's called sublimation. So by the management or using it wisely, the selfish desires we can exhaust. Exhaust the existing selfishness and not accumulate new ones. Both are important. It not be like an elephant bath. Sunday. This was happening for me 25 years. Sunday I clean. And next Sunday I came, again all the same kachada has come back. Again I clean. Again, next Sunday again you come back in the same condition. So what do I do? Clean. My muscles have developed. Isn't it? So exhaust the existing selfishness without accumulating new ones. Then what happens? The existing selfishness gets exhausted, no new selfishness gets accumulated, thereby the pressure of selfishness on M and I reduces, thereby the M and I, the clouds of selfishness gets blown away. Our own pure mind and the brilliant intellect will recognize our own glory, Ishwaratvam. That is why the agenda of Seva. You are given a chance to choose your selfless, dedicated service. We should be grateful to Gurudev for giving us this arena to offer like in the fire, you offer your selfishness. That's why his Ishwaratvam is not, generally we think Ishwara means all miracles. Even though a lot of miracles happened in and around him. But he never attributed the miracles to his glory. It happened in Andhra Pradesh. I think Andhra Pradesh, not Telangana. Because nowadays I have to think which is Andhra Pradesh. Kadapa. Kadapa is in Andhra or Telangana? Andhra. Kadapa. The Chinmayaranyam, near Kadapa. There, the ashram, no water. The whole village, waterless, without water. So our Swamini, Sharada Priyanandaji, she told Guru Swamiji, there is no water here, what to do? When he went to the ashram. And Swamiji looked and he said, dig there, he said. And they started digging there. And the water was coming so plenty. They could even share to the whole village. And they named it as Chinmaya Ganga. And they all went to Gurudev, your miracle. You told dig there, we dug there, and we got the water. All your miracles. Swamiji, no miracle, nothing. And Swamiji, how do you explain? I saw that fellow drinking there all alone. Which fellow, son? A tree. A huge tree was there. That fellow was drinking all alone. Isn't it? If you and I were in that, somebody told, all your miracles, Swamiji. Hota hai. అవుతుంది the Vak Shakti undi kada. I saw water there deep. I looked inside and I saw water there deep down. Plenty of water I saw. Then I told you, dig there. As if you want to cheat others. You can do so. But his is Ishwaratvam. He didn't attribute it to a miracle. He made it as a rational interpretation. Isn't it? That is the Ishwaratvam, the glory.
Om Ishwaraya Namaha.